Okay, we'll find a match. And hopefully it won't be filled with some very vocal British people like the last one. Wow, it's taking longer than I expected. Oh, finally. Ugh. Kinda wish I was playing Fallout whilst gonna stream Fallout New Vegas, but life is never as easy as you want it to be, so that can't happen at the moment. But, you know, whatever. If life went the way you wanted it to, everyone's life would be perfect, and then everything would be boring. Not necessarily bad, but boring. Kinda hate the loading screens in this. Well, whatever. And the day I have had, it has been terrible, I tell you. Just sit back and playing some video games is just what I need. Okay. Sound advice.
Let's do this.
Anyone see that? No? Marking targets. Light 'em up.
Shield zone. Want to destroy the radar. And then it goes. Unfortunate, but good timing actually. Because now I can swap over to the B-Wing.
Okay, I'm coming.
Feels so weird being in the cockpit of this. I think the B-Wing looks terrible, but it's a powerful ship, so can't really complain about it on that front.
I'm here for you. Missile coming.
I'm the top of my team, second in the match overall, third now. Not too bad, I don't think.
Flying to battle. That very dangerous battle. That should help.
Come on, we just need to keep holding back. As long as we can keep in this section, we can keep pounding their cruisers, and then we should be able to push on to the Star Destroyer. I think it's a little unfair because it seems that taking on the Star Destroyer, it's much more difficult. Like, it seems to be, well, I mean, it's pretty... I mean, it's understandable how the Star Destroyer is more powerful, of course, but it just seems a little, I don't know, unfair maybe, or perhaps just annoying that...
They're locking onto me.
Star Destroyer is more powerful than the MC-75. I'm bottom of my team. Second to last.
Let's give them hell.
Wow. B's lost half of the health. That is very unfortunate.
Oh, they got a lock on me.
Raiders down, just one or two more fighters, and there we go. One. Okay. Long last. Sweet. The cruisers are nearly down. tragic. These things are pretty useless, honestly. They're called blockade runners, but... Well... Oh, we got a fallback what? Come on. I'm on a turnaround 5. Okay, never mind. Screwed.
Someone warned the Empire I'm coming for them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be afraid of you so far. We're about to lose. Oh, there it goes. One of our frigates is down. Great. We've been absolutely pounding theirs, but... Yes, you don't need to tell us that, Ardo. It's kind of obvious, don't you think? And they're about to destroy our second frigate. How the hell? Okay, well. At least we can assault their cruisers now. Quickly, just everybody fly over there. Hit them with everything you got and destroy them.
Let's keep up this pressure.
Vanguard Squadron, I'm on the way.
Okay, now onto the Star Destroyer, finally. Actually, they lost both of them, Ardo.
Shoot that.
Need to get under their shields.
Locked onto me.
So what's the state? Targeting nearly intact right shield generators. Lost more than half of its condition. I'm just going to be sort of going back and forth between the Star Destroyer and the MC.
Blow that up.
Uh-oh. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Quicker.
I should have stayed home. They're locking onto me. I made it.
Disappointing. Go to the Y-wing.
Locked onto me.
Wow. Wasn't even shooting at me. We just need to destroy the shield generators. Okay, the left one's damn good.
Another day, another battle. Shoot that.
Wow, that's not going well.
They got a lock. I'm under attack.
This is not going well at all. If they get more of our fighters, then they can come back against our capital ship, and our capital ship's not in good state, I tell ya. But neither is theirs,
Well,
honestly.
I'm here, I guess.
Enemy shields disabled. Attack that Star Destroyer. We've eliminated their shield generators.
Hated that. Ugh, stop it.
They've lost both their shield generators. We're probably about to lose ours. Yep, there it goes. However, we've taken more damage, and they're gonna keep pounding us. I think they've probably won this one.
Another day, another battle.
Our system is under attack. We've lost our power system. EMC-75 is taking too much damage.
Shoot that.
Imperial Raider destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think our capital ship's in a good state. So we might want to fix that.
Enemies locked onto me. Damn tractor beam. They're on my...
Targeting's about to go. Just hit it a little more. Come on, guys, don't lose.
They're locking onto me. I'm hit. Tractor beam.
One, the Star Destroyer has been pretty much ruined, but again, so far we're pretty evenly matched, but they've got the advantage because we've just evened out the board, but now they're coming for us, so think we're screwed.
I'm on the way.
Safe to say we lost this match. I think it's a little past that now. Yep, there we go.
It's over, Vanguard. The Empire is won.
Did quite badly there. Waiting for another match. You alright, mate? Yes, I know I was going to do Fallout New Vegas, but like I said, just things never go the way you want them to. So I wasn't able to do that, so here I am on Star Wars Squadrons, streaming this instead. So I hope that's alright with you. Trust me, I'm just as annoyed about not being able to do Fallout New Vegas, because that's like my favourite Fallout game. But yeah, anyway. Well, I mean, you don't have to do that, but, you know, no point arguing. I'm just sort of, and also my day has been like terrible, so it's just nice to chill and do this instead. I'm fine, don't worry about me. Life can just be hard sometimes, especially at the moment, you know. It's never that easy, but it's not like it's the end of the world or anything, so... I might, I don't know whether, like... because I don't know what I'll stream next, so I'll figure something out. I'm looking forward to your next stream as well of Oblivion. It's nice to see some of the older games, since these days all everyone streams is like Among Us or something like that. Yeah. Although I did also used to spend my time like writing. I wrote a couple of books as well, like during my free time in school and stuff. Um, you know, but it's kind of difficult to write several hundred pages of stuff. So, and it wasn't bad. Lots of people said it was pretty good, but it's it's one of those things that it's not like a career path.
Vanguard 4 standing by.
This is Vanguard 2 standing by. For the Republic. This is
Yeah.
Vanguard 3 standing by.
Oh,
Empire has its claws.
well, I wrote like a post-apocalypse book, like in like a zombie apocalypse setting, and then I also wrote a like sort of like fantasy one, sort of based in like like a Dungeons and Dragons universe. So there was centaurs, minotaurs, and elves, and all sorts, and dragons, and just something to pass the time like during my school lunchtimes because I never had any friends really. So once the lessons had finished and it was like lunchtime for an hour, I had nothing to do, so I went and grabbed my lunch, which took like 10 minutes, and then I'd go and sit in like my English classroom because my English teacher was really nice, so I'd just sit there and she'd do her work or whatever, and I'd just write some of my book. She'd help me along with it as well, because obviously she was an English teacher, so she's better at, sentence formation and stuff, but she always said I had an advanced vocabulary because I always used to read a load of books as well, so I could use more sophisticated words than everyone else in the class, because I was in a rather low set, so most of the people in my class were, shall we say, not the smartest, mostly either because they didn't bother trying, or because they decided that, English was pointless, so they weren't gonna go out of their way to learn something they didn't see as necessary. But yeah, it was nice, I could just let my imagination pour out onto the page, sort of thing. I could just go into my own world and forget about the fact that I'm very lonely and, school was kind of boring. Yeah, well, that's the point. It's like I am 16, but a lot of people say I act more like an adult than most people my age, and maybe it's because I spend most of my time around adults. I never had any younger siblings, and I just never got along with people my age because most teenagers, are always going on about girls or wanting to skive school or just being teenagers, and I was never interested in any of that, so I was considered uncool and all that. But of course it also meant that I got a lot of praise, I suppose. I actually got on with my work and stuff like that, and I learned, but still, but yeah, you say you want to check them out. I don't know, but I'd probably write like a new one though, because you have a bit more experience now, and I can think of a few more things to write about. And then of course you can add your own input as well, come up with your own characters or whatever. It's always nice to have the input of other people, because even creative people have their limitations. I couldn't name 1,000 people different things, especially if it was in like a fantasy world where they'd have really unusual names. You can't call them regular names because that sounds boring and uninventive, which I am not. Which if you knew my real name you would know as well, since I have the most unusual name in the world, and I can almost guarantee you'll never meet someone else with it.
Danger! Danger!
And don't try guessing my name, because you will not guess it, I guarantee you. But even if you've even heard of it, you've never seen it in like a dictionary or even said. And trust me, I know it is unusual. Literally, nobody can, like, because whenever I first meet someone, they spell my name incorrectly, they say it incorrectly and stuff like that. I mean, you should have heard my nephew when he was young, because obviously he couldn't say my name because he'd only just learnt to speak. So saying something as unusual as my name was ridiculous. Don't mind Joel. I mean, sort of focused on, well, ranting, which is something I'm very good at, and also trying not to die, which I'm also not very good at. This is honestly why I hate talking, because if I start talking to someone I can't shut up, which is also one of the reasons a lot of people hate me, because I'm very boring to listen to go on about something, unless it's something they're passionate about, in which case they'll, you know, be more than happy to talk about it. Maybe one day you'll find out, but I mean, you know,
Well, I'm here, I guess.
it's just nice to, I mean, one thing I do like about streaming is I can actually have a chat with someone while I'm playing, because, I don't know, it's, most of the time I play games on my own, you know, I don't have, like, many friends I play with, and the ones I do have are usually busy, because they have their own lives. Like, my best friend is in the army, so of course he's almost never home, although he is at the moment, but still. You know, he's usually busy, so I can't play with him often. And then my other friends, well, other friend, since I only have like one other reliable friend, you know, we just have our own lives, our own schedules and stuff like that, so we don't get much time to spend together, which is kind of annoying. So I spend most of my time on my own. And like I said on your stream, like, it's just, you know, I, I'm an introvert, I guess. I prefer being on my own. I don't like being in large groups of people or whatever. I'm more than happy to talk to people, like, online on YouTube or whatever. But in person, I can't stand crowds. Like, I literally have, like, I wouldn't call it a panic attack, but I get stressed a lot, and I'm likely to, well, I wouldn't say lash out, I suppose, but sort of freak out when I get out as quickly as possible.
Mark the enemy ship.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're lucky that you went through school when you did and everything, because, you know, it's kind of annoying at the moment to, you know, go to college and everything like that, because we have to do it at home online, which... well, depends which god you're talking about, if any exists. You know, is it the Greek gods? You know, Hades, it'd be a popular one at the moment. But I do, I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in Jesus or anything. But if there was a god, and that, I suppose the most interesting ones to have would perhaps be like the Greek gods or something, because I've always found them interesting. Like I'm very interested in history, I guess. That is one thing I'm interested in, but it's a subject I didn't take in my last years of school because I didn't like the subject itself. Marital, yeah. Well, it's sort of that thing because, you know, people say, like, you know, God intended this, that, the other for us, and I always say to them, well, how do you know? Because first of all, the Bible wasn't written by God. You say it's the Word of God, but it was written by a bunch of people who supposedly knew Jesus. So, how can you say for sure that that's His Word? And second of all, Jesus isn't God. He's the Son of God. So, you know, you could have an argument over it with people, and they'll do whatever they can to defend their faith. But at the end of the day, you know, it's one of those things, it can't be proven or disproven, I suppose. So, you know, I'm not gonna, like, argue with people. People can believe what they want. If you want to believe in God or whatever, then you do that. But, yeah, Talos is a cool guy. which is one of the things. Like one thing I always think about when I play Skyrim is not which faction I would rather side with, um, which side would my character rather side with? Like as I'm like on my Skyrim playthrough, I'm playing as an elf, so an elf, well, anyone who isn't a Nord, I suppose, would be more inclined to side with the Imperials, because of course the Stormcloaks are racist. So if you aren't a Nord, you are a lesser race. You are invading their land, and they don't want you there. So, whenever I play Skyrim, I always try to play it from the perspective of my character, so their race and their favorite things. So of course, a high elf thing would, well, I don't want to say they think they're better than everyone else, but they tend to have higher up positions, of course, positions of power, like the Thalmor, for example. So they would feel superior to other people, and then like the Argonians, you know, and the Khajiit as well are always seen as like criminals. Yeah, like on my first playthrough, I did side with the Stormcloaks because the way I was thinking was like, well, this is their land, this is their country. They don't want it overtaken, which is a noble cause to fight for. Your land being freed, which is fair enough. But then you've also got to look at it as, first of all, the Empire has united like the rest of the realm, so that Skyrim's not the only place that's putting up a fight in the matter. And second of all, they're fighting because their leader shouted a man to death, and also they're fighting to get pretty much every other race out of their land, which would of course not be fair because a lot of people went to Skyrim to start a new life. But if they weren't a Nord, because obviously if you're going to Skyrim, you're not from Skyrim, so of course then they would probably end up getting banished after the war. But it's it's one of those things like Morrowind and Oblivion and Skyrim are all interesting games, and the only reason I say Skyrim is my favourite, more than anything else, is because I have, I guess, the most experience with it, and I've spent the most time on it, and I do love it, of course, but, you know, Oblivion and Morrowind feel, I don't know, I guess, closer to me in a more emotional way, because games from, like, those kind of generations, like the early 2000s, and then, like, the late 1900s, even though, I wasn't even born, like, before 2000, I actually feel a closer connection to those games and everything, and I don't know why, maybe, because like my whole family, like me and my brother, and that we listen to, music from like the 90s and stuff like that. We don't listen to modern music because it sucks. But also our favourite games are older ones. Like my favourite game of all time is Command and Conquer, which of course was started in 1997. And I have the first decade, which was obviously 1997 to 2007, and those are my favourite ones. The newer ones are okay, but they're not as good. Well, yeah, like I don't want to say that Skyrim's better because they're all good in their own way. I would never say that a game is terrible unless it is like literally near enough unplayable, either because it is so laggy and glitchy and everything that you can't go anywhere in the game without it breaking. But yeah. Yeah, Red Alert 2 was my go-to. Like literally, I remember when I'd got home from school, literally go upstairs, I'd do my homework as quickly as possible on computer, and then it was Red Alert for the rest of the day. Like I just forgot about the rest of the world as I was playing it. And I also remember like at my dad's as well. Actually, I'd wake up at 7 in the morning. I'd sneak downstairs as quietly as possible, go on the computer, and literally the entire day was just Command and Conquer. You know, and I feel more nostalgic, I suppose, about those kind of games because those were the things I grew up playing. Because I'm not from like a rich family, like these days people are, like buying PlayStation 5s and stuff. I can't really afford one at the moment, but also you know it's one of those things of people like. Have you seen those videos of parents smashing their kids' consoles for misbehaving, or the kids breaking their stuff because they lost a game of Fortnite or whatever? It's like I wouldn't do that. Yes, I get annoyed if I have to do the same thing over and over and over again on a game, and it's like impossible to complete. But I would never break these things because, to me at least, they're pretty much irreplaceable. If I broke my PS4, it would be a long time before I got another one. My parents aren't just going to, oh yeah, I'll replace it, or me replace it, sort of thing, it's so I find that I don't know, older games are more nostalgic because those were the things I played when I was younger. I didn't like because we had a PS2 and we played that until we got like an Xbox 360, and then that was like all we played until we got like a PS3 eventually. And then we alternate between the two. Like I still have my PS2, I still have my Xbox 360, my PS3. I still watch videos instead of DVDs. Like I have the Captain Scarlet box set literally sat over my drawers over there, and I still watch it, even though it's from like 30, 40 years ago. I still prefer it over programs today because it's just closer to my heart. And that's the thing with games like this as well. It's not like they're bad in any way. Like, you know, I don't hate modern games, but I just feel that older ones are closer to me. I feel like an emotional connection. Like, I literally, in my drawers, I've got like two drawers full of games because I just couldn't part with them. It's like, I never play that anymore. I haven't played that game in 5 years. Should I get rid of it? No. Well, I mean, first of all, because they're not worth anything these days anyway, so you might as well just keep them. But also because maybe one day I will want to play them, or they're just nostalgic. I grew up with this. I can't bear to part with it. Um, and I've always found that old games are more interesting as well. But anyway, enough about all the nostalgic stuff. you know, if someone asks me like what my favorite modern game was, I actually don't know because I play all sorts of different modern games. One of my favorites at the moment would probably be Cyberpunk because I am enjoying playing that. But maybe I don't know. Uh, Horizon Zero Dawn has been a great one that I've been playing as well. But I can never pick a favorite of anything modern, because none of them just touch me as well that the old games did. But anyway, how has you guys been doing lately? I mean, other than the usual struggles of day-to-day life at the moment, just generally, how have you been? Old Venator. That's some Star Wars
Vanguard 5,
nostalgia.
standing by.
This is Vanguard 3 standing by.
Vanguard 5, ready for battle. Vanguard 4, standing by.
This is Vanguard 2. I was born for this. Get us to the finish, Vanguard. Cut down their fighters and bring down the Star Destroyer.
We can do this, right?
I really hope so.
One. Maybe I'll have to get started on a new book during my free time, and I'll keep you posted on it, Simon. And I'll let you know what genre I come up with. I'll probably have a few choices, honestly, and then you can pick as well. It'd be nice to see what you think you'd be more interested in reading. Because I don't know, I guess I'm fussy with my food, but I'm also fussy with my reading as well. Because I have read quite a few books, but they're all of like the same genres. I haven't had like a lot of variety. in my reading. That's not a bad thing, of course, but it just means that, you know, I've read pretty much only like apocalypse books, um, as well as like what else? I guess murder mystery kind of stuff. Although I say murder mystery, but more like just crime things as well as interesting. But mainly because I can't remember what it was called. But there was this book that I was reading which I was super interested in. Yeah, it was a strange book, but it was about like a guy who lost his memory, and because like he was trying to uncover about these like cyber attacks, and he had to find out who it was. But then he woke up one day and he couldn't remember anything. Then he had to sort of piece it all back together again. He was passing people who were saying hello to him, and he was like blanking them because he didn't know who they were, or like started questioning them, and it was pretty weird. But it's interesting. I think books are, I don't want to say more interesting than films, but with books you can sort of use your imagination. You can imagine what the characters look like, unless you're given like a distinctive description, of course. Then that's sort of, that is what they're going to look like. But, you can come up with your own theories and stuff, and you can imagine the characters in your own way and stuff like that. And it always leaves a lot to the imagination, because you've got to come up with like these scenes yourself. They say it's in a deserty area with only a few rundown houses and stuff. You have to imagine that scene yourself. Well, fantasy sounds about right, for you. Like, no offense, but that is, considering the kind of videos you do and that would totally suit it, but, Yeah, I know. I don't want to say, like, college put me off reading, because it didn't. It's just because I couldn't really find any books that I was interested in reading myself. But, with college, it's just sort of like, especially now we're at home doing it, you just sort of set the work and then you do it yourself. If you need help, then of course you can ask them, but it's just sort of boring. Especially, the one thing I do hate is how they can't just set it all in the morning. I actually have to wait until the lesson is supposed to be starting before the teacher will actually tell me what it is we're supposed to be doing. It's like, can you not just tell us at the beginning of the day what it is? Because I can literally do the work in maybe an hour, like even less than that, instead of like 6 hours. I've got so many other things I need to be doing with my day, a lot of tasks I have to do, and, household chores and whatever. I don't have time to be coming back to the computer every hour or so to do a bunch of work. But, whatever, can't do much about it. But, yeah, anyway, I'll definitely keep you posted on the book. I'll probably start, like, tomorrow or something. Now that I've got a reason to write, I'll probably be able to get back into it more. And, whenever I need your opinion on something or whatever, I'll ask.
You're on my tail? Good looking out.
Raiders down.
Blast that target.
Just playing against AI here, because I know I was going to be talking for a while, so I wanted to play something that wouldn't require as much focus, because the AI is relatively easy to fight against, because they take calculated turns and stuff, whereas humans are less, well, I don't want to say less predictable, because humans can be predictable. They'll do the same things, they'll have a routine, which makes them easy to predict and follow, but of course, computer programs are given one purpose, and they will do that. They'll take straight lines and stuff.
They're locking onto me.
Yes, sir.
Tractor beam. Force.
Yeah, it's no problem. And enjoy the game. Let me know how it goes, whether you lose or, well, I don't want to say lose, I suppose, but let me know how it goes for you. You know, I'd actually be very interested in seeing you play Age of Empires, but like you said, you played it like all day yesterday, so you didn't want to stream it in the afternoon. But you know, whenever you feel like doing it, you should totally stream it, or at least make a video of it or something, because I'd enjoy seeing that. Oh, don't be so negative. Come on, man. I always feel that way about all sorts. Like playing Monopoly with my family, and then I absolutely decimate them. Although, like when it comes to like Cold War playing with my brother, I am like I just become a different person in that game.
Oh, they got a lock on me.
Cockpit destroyed.
Well, there's no rush, you know, do it on your own time. Don't feel like you're pressured to do anything, because if you feel like you're doing it for someone else, then of course you won't want to do it. Which is like the whole point of, you know, YouTube. You do it because you enjoy it. You like doing something you're passionate about and sharing it with other people. Which is like sort of the reason I started. It's sort of like a hobby, you know, something to keep me distracted over lockdown and everything. But also because, you know, it's nice to share something you enjoy with other people as well. You know, especially if they have a common interest, because people are less likely to judge you, you know, if you're like on the internet, they don't know you in real life, which is how I've been able to become friends with people like you, of course, because like in real life, most people just sort of ignore me, turn away, and forget about my existence. But when we talk this way, you know, I can be me, but I can also be a completely different person, you know, because you don't know me personally, you don't know anything about me, you can't, you know, form an opinion on just my looks, which most people do when they see me. So it's nice to, you know, make lots of new friends, you know, because ever since I started YouTube, you know, my channel's grown steadily, but also I've made, you know, friends, people I get along with and I can talk to and I have shared interests with. And, you know, that's never something I've been able to do in real life, so it's just nice to be a part of these communities with other people. Well,
Enemies locked onto me.
well, it didn't go well. It's taking up their power system though.
Coming at you, Vanguard.
Losing pilots rapidly. Careful out there. You're taking out their targeting system.
Well, I mean, I can fly a ship into it, you know, I can, you know, try and take it out like the Devastator with an A-Wing, but sadly, the game isn't like that, because first of all, the A-Wing wasn't the only reason that Super Star Destroyer went down. It was only, you know, like one of the killing blows to the bridge after it had lost its shields and everything. But, I mean, I totally can, if I can make it to the bridge before I get destroyed. There you go. Kamikaze into it. Didn't go quite as well, did it? Like, they're just, like, it's sort of strange how when you crash into it you don't explode straight away. But I guess maybe the excuse they'd come up with is you have your shields. If you have like your shields at full power or whatever, then they'll take the blow, which I mean doesn't really make sense because you may have a shield, but if you fly directly into a ship, it's still gonna, still gonna blow up. But whatever. It's a game. You can't expect everything from it. You can't do a Rogue One fly a hammerhead into the side of a disabled Star Destroyer and then just throw it into another one. But be cool to see. But you know, it'd make the game too easy if you could like one shot like an enemy capital ship like that. So gotta understand why. But still, it's kind of annoying, I get it. Okay, here we go.
Blast that target.
Just resupply on bombs and that before I go forwards. Take out the shield generators, and then we can just slowly pound away at it. We've got both our frigates intact still, so we can fall back if necessary. Have to be like that, Aldo. Shield generator down, one to go. I kind of think these are the stupidest places that ever put a shield generator like right on top of the ship, where it can easily be seen. Because with the MC-75, they're built into the side of it like gills, where it's on the Star Destroyer, there's just these huge domes on top that you just keep firing at until they blow up. But I guess the Empire just like, put a lot of guns on it, that'll work. No one will be able to attack it then.
Someone warn the Empire I'm coming for 'em.
And again, like I think that the Venators were probably some of the coolest Star Destroyers ever. Like their twin bridges at the top, they're huge central hangar and everything. I always think they're super cool, but in reality they were relatively weak compared to like, the Galactic Empire Star Destroyers. They had nowhere near as many like armaments, and we win. I didn't get to deliver the killing blow, which was annoying, but still gets cool to see it blow up. Let's blow this thing and go home. Okay, scoreboard. Only came second on my team. Wow, I got beaten by an AI. That is upsetting. I feel like disappointed in myself for that. I can always go on another game. I've got plenty at my disposal. Yes, good go. Yes, you could go. Yeah. Let's see. Do I want to go on something else? I mean, plenty to choose from. BioShock, Call of Duty, for Skyrim, Just Cause, Horizon, Middle Earth, more Star Wars, Metal Gear Solid 5, Borderlands, Rage, Far Cry, Mad Max. Sorry if you can hear my cat purring. You've been an attention seeker. Aren't you, sweetheart? Yeah.
You're gonna like that.
I think that should probably be like compulsory thing to have on it, since it's literally like built into the ship design. I don't know why you can like remove that, but okay. Don't know why you'd pick that. A little more shields, but it's even more less health, so. Uh, no, none of them are good.
Good choice.
Go over to the overseer. See, I think the TIE Defender is really cool, but it actually seems to be like terrible. How would you use that? Because technically that would be 6 places.
Good choice.
Uh, You're not gonna take any of them. I think the Dragon Snake's probably one of the coolest. Never want to use that because the Reaper sucks.
Excellent choice.
Okay. Now. been getting a game. And hopefully I'll do a little better with this one. It's kind of annoying that I just seem to not be very good at this. Oh, it takes a while to do this annoyingly. All in the dairy dockyards. Interesting. Wonder who will be. I'd rather be the New Republic, but I kind of prefer the Empire. I'm torn. Oh, what do you know? Okay. So for everybody to be ready. Alright, let's go. Hate me about the loading screens of this. Takes too long.
Vanguard 5 standing by.
Vanguard 2 at the ready.
Vanguard 4, ready for battle. Vanguard 1, standing by.
They dare attack our Starhawk dockyards? Fine. Take down that Star Destroyer so we can strip it for parts.
We can
Wow,
do this,
someone's
right?
on the warpath today.
I really hope so.
Whoops, still got that on.
You're locked on to me. I'm under attack.
Wow, okay. That didn't go well, but I think I took down the shield to that Corvette at least. Raider. Stop thinking Corvette to the Empire, you moron. I'm just not that used to the Raiders.
Another day, another battle.
Yeah, I want it. Yeah, I'm just thinking of the Corvus. Oh, come on. Oh, I got him.
Advantage. Let's keep it that way. So far, so good, Vanguard Squadron.
I mean, I wouldn't say good, necessarily, but things are going okay, I guess. Oh, I got the heavy hitter trophy, that's nice. Not doing too bad. No, I've never had so many comments on a video as I have on this stream, like 36.
Coming at you, Vanguard.
Like an entire like page worth of writing. Alright, see it is.
Gotta dodge that missile. Stupid Empire.
Wow. Just gotta keep wearing them down, I suppose. C's just about lost its shields. So once it has, we can just sort of pound it with everything we've got. Switch over to the B-Wing. I hate this B-Wing, it's so bad. Like, it's powerful, I guess, but its shape makes it an easy target, and it's just like so slow, and also this cockpit looks terrible. This is wretched. You can't even see the rest of the plane either. Yeah, this isn't like Star Wars Rebels where you can just one-shot the cruiser with this thing, which is annoying. It's nearly down, just keep hitting it. Okay, gotta fall back.
Defensive formation. Protect this.
Kind of annoying. Whoa, okay. Wow, didn't see you there, sorry mate.
Don't blow up back there.
That's sound advice. Down goes the radar.
Imperial Raider destroyed.
Destroyed.
Time to go on the offensive. Good news. We've reached their cruisers. Deploying a corvette.
Come on!
C's nearly down. Just go over there. Hit it with everything we have.
Enemies locked onto me!
That should be a problem solved.
Close one!
And down it goes.
Got a missile on me! You're on my tail? Good looking out.
One down, one to go. And our frigates are still in relatively good shape. D's lost its shields already and it's getting hit hard, so
Someone
sure to do some damage to it. Let's come through here, should be able to avoid most of the fire. Come on, just keep going. Oh, gotta fall back. Unbelievable.
Let's give them hell. Blow that up!
See that? Shoot it. Let the Empire destroy our frigate. Now is not the time to take on a Star Destroyer alone.
Technically, I was trying to take on that guy. But whatever. Okay, we're down to one frigate. That's unfortunate. But we still sort of have the advantage. If we can clear these guys out quickly, get that radar and everything, and get to their cruiser, then we should still have a chance at getting rid of that one first before going on to the Star Destroyer. Which is the hardest bit. Oh yeah, I know you're still there, Simon. Just lingering in the background. How's your game going? Doing well? Or have you not started it yet? Down it goes.
Shoot that!
Okay. Deal with them.
Even I'm impressed.
Come on. Still flying around in a circle here. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna catch that, guys. Just move on. Oh, come on, they took it out. Really? There's nobody fighting or something? We are fully aware of the situation, my friend.
Being chased! Missile coming at me!
Okay, good. We can go on the attack this time.
The cruiser is almost done for.
Yes, it is. But the fact is it isn't done for. And down it goes.
They got a lock. Hated that.
All cruisers are down, Vanguard. Press the attack.
Going close. Okay. Go for its most important systems.
Shoot that.
Just go low. Just need to try and avoid the turbo lasers. Well, that and the other and Titan Squadron. Kind of think like the hit rates, and this isn't quite accurate, but whatever. Video game.
Oh, they got a lock on me. Taking fire.
Wow, just made it and blew up. That is unfortunate.
We lost a corvette.
Oh no.
Vanguard Squadron. I'm on the way.
Oh, comforting.
Locked onto me.
Wow. Not going the way I wanted it to at all. I'm still fourth overall, second in my team, which just shows how badly we're doing.
Flag to battle. That's very dangerous land. Lock it off.
But the thing cannot turn. I don't understand the lack of like steering on that thing. It just seems like moving more than 5 degrees in any direction is impossible for that thing to do.
Another day, another battle. Let's give them hell. Missiles coming at me.
C-75 shields are disabled.
Probably the least of our problems right now. Going on the attack. Nice. And I'm immediately getting destroyed. That is not good. Hmm. well.
Well,
Promise is that destroying the Star Destroyer is technically easy. It's all the fighters around you that are like picking you off like flies. That's the difficult thing to deal with. And we just lost the Corvette, of course.
tractor beam.
Well, our power system's down. Not that that means much, honestly.
Enemy shields disabled.
Because we're about to have to fall back. Yep, there we go. And she ain't looking too good.
Imperial shields restored.
Missile inbound.
Just squeeze through there. Playing this game could make someone dizzy if they have like motion sickness. Like imagine you get like sick on like you know like Festival Rush at roller coasters or whatever, and you're like doing stuff like this. This would make you like really nauseous. Destroyed our power system. That's... Yes, I know. What do you want us to do, huh? Obviously we suck compared to the Empire, so might as well just surrender now. Or give us a merciful death at least.
Shields have been restored.
Got a missile coming.
I don't even know which way up I am right now. Where is the... Yeah, this is the right way up, I think. Where is... Okay, I think I'm too low down. Gotta go up a little. Okay, seriously, I am really disorientated. Where the... What? Okay, I am legitimately like I have gotten lost. That is ridiculous. How the hell did I manage to get lost there? The only reason I know like, where the... Like I know where the Star Destroyer is. How the hell did you get lost? Like there's these huge ships and all this fighting. Wait, I'm on the bottom? What? I thought it was around... Oh my god. I am just so confused.
Corvette destroyed.
Oh, at least I know where my capital ship is again. And fall back again. Well, let's just give up now. I mean, we're obviously gonna lose. Come up, people.
Someone warned the Empire I'm coming for them.
I'm sure they'll be quaking in their boots. You know, if you guys are bored, you can just say, I can play plenty of other things. Trust me when I tell you, I don't have a lack of options. I can see how this would not be entertaining for someone to watch. Just watch me lose over and over and over again. Yeah, the Raiders down.
Blast that target.
That happened a while ago, you're a little bit behind there, although...
Dodge that missile.
You know, I used to be like really good at flying, I could get like right up against the hull without hitting it and everything. Make sharp turns, and I just suck at the moment, don't know why. Maybe it's because like, I took a break from it a while, now I've come back, you know? And I'm terrible. Yeah, they do that sometimes. What the hell is going on there? Okay, everybody turn around and go for the Star Destroyer. I can't even tell where the hangar is, it's like burnt out, it looks like the rest of the ship. Don't know how I managed to get into the hangar from there, but okay.
Vanguard Squadron. I'm on the way.
Look at all the pretty green lasers. Well, they've lost one shield generator, and the second one's lost most of its health. But the target is fully attacked. We've only lost our power system, but our MC-75's health is like almost non-existent. They've just been shooting the shield down and then just hitting it with everything they have because we suck at this, and then just left after we start beating them once their shield's back. Just drop all my bombs and everything just quickly because I know I'm gonna get destroyed. Well, back on the defense again. Might as well just let them destroy the ship because that's all that's gonna happen.
Flying to battle. That very dangerous battle.
Yes, most battles are very dangerous because they are battles. Tragic.
Coming at you, Vanguard.
Why don't we all go and get like a cup of tea or something? Might as well just go now. Well, I don't think it really matters anyway. So there we go. Oh, a promising career. It's funny how I get the promising career trophy after just being absolutely humiliated in a match like that. Maybe it's a sarcastic trophy. Oh, I got the deflector achievement at least. Well. Actually, while that's loading, I'll just do this. Kind of annoying that you can't see my screen, but whatever. Probably for privacy reasons, which is understandable, I guess. Okay, see, what time is it for me? Okay, well, I'm gonna go and jump on another game and I'll stream that. Not entirely sure what it should be, so, feel free to let me know. Don't know what to pick from. I've got so much stuff to play. Like, there's a problem. I have like loads of these games, but I almost never have anything to play, if you know what I mean. Like, I've got plenty to choose from, but that gives me like a dilemma of I don't know what to pick exactly. Like, I think I'm about going on Just Cause 4, flying around, blowing some stuff up. Just, general mania. But I can totally go on someone else. So, let me know. Unless, of course, you want me to keep doing this, which I'm more than happy to do. But, been doing this for nearly 2 hours now. And, sort of same stuff over and over again, so I'm more than happy to go and stream something else. This'll, like, stop streaming as soon as I close the game and open up another one. So it'll be like a separate stream, but I'll just start it straight away, so it's fine. You'll just have to go and jump on that once it appears on the channel.